One weekend every summer, as many as 50,000 people crowd the downtown area of Spokane, Washington, for the annual Hoop Fest basketball tournament. Over the years, spectators have enjoyed lots of excitement on the makeshift courts built on closed city streets, but nothing to compare with the drama that unfolded during a 3-on-3 game played on June 26, 1993, by a team including Stacy Boyd.
We had a good team. I thought we were going to win every game, but lost our first game. The second game, we knew we had to win, but before I knew it, we was down 2-0.
Stacy's cousin and close friend, 23-year-old Robert Martin Jr., was the strongest player on the team. Amy Cook was cheering him on from the sidelines with their 6-month-old daughter, and his father, Robert Sr.
Robert was a great player. They were hopeful they were going to win. They came pretty close the year before. He was one of the first people in my life. I love him, and I just didn't want to miss a day of him.
Robert wasn't playing good at all. The way I knew he can play, but I thought maybe he just having an off day.
I got fouled real hard. I went to the free throw. I looked over and my cousin Robert fell. I thought he was joking because he was moving. I thought he was laughing at me because I had missed.
Rob, stop playing. Rob, get up, stop playing.
2 or 3 steps, I was out there on the court.
Hey, Robert, what's the matter? What's the matter?
He could not breathe. His eyes was rolling back in his head.
He took maybe 7 hard breaths, like he was really fighting it. And then that was it. I didn't see no more.
I thought he died right there. And I thought that my daughter was going to grow up without her dad.
I was saying, talk to me. But I was losing my son.
No pulse. Does anybody know CPR?
Kathy Pate, an exercise physiologist, happened to be nearby.
Okay, start CPR.
I've been certified many years, although I've never had to use CPR on a person in the past. He was past the state of having any type of seizure type of movements. He was just laying there flat out.
Robert's sister, Lynette Martin, was also by his side.
I was scared and just started having flashbacks of our lives and stuff together. I just couldn't believe it, seeing someone I loved laying there.
All I can think is if I lose him, then I'll be losing a brother, a cousin, and like a best friend. He's all 3 of them.
I started thinking about pictures that I had of him, and I wished I had more. I told him that I loved him. I figured that even if he didn't hear me, I had to say it. I thought it would be the last time.
It came through over our portable radios. 23-year-old man, CPR in progress. It's a real large event. There's a lot of crowds, and there's access problems.
Within 6 minutes of Robert's collapse, the first Spokane Fire Rescue units arrived. PEDMEDs, including paramedic Cheryl Hart.
This is a full cardiac arrest. I remember recognizing that he was such a young person. You want to move as quickly as you can before it's too late.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
By the time the ambulance was able to get there, the patient was intubated and there was an IV. A LifeVac 10 monitor was just put right on him. It showed on the monitor that he was in VFib. VFib is when the heart is quivering and it's not producing any force to move the blood through his body.
When they brought out the defibrillator, I thought, he's only 23 years old. This can't be happening to him.
Okay, check pulse. No pulse. Continue.
He didn't respond at all. And so then they did it again.
His heart was able to initiate then a normal sinus rhythm.
He's got a pulse.
Okay, he's breathing on his own.
Once he's breathing on his own and he's got a heart rate back, then you need to get him to the hospital as soon as you can.
23-year-old Robert Martin Jr. was taken to Sacred Heart Medical Center, where he was examined by cardiologist Robert Notsky.
What's your heart? When he arrived in the emergency room, he was actually quite stable.
What's his pressure and rhythm?
I remember waking up in ER asking about my kids, and I just couldn't believe it. I said, no, it couldn't have happened.
Rhythm was still nice.
It was stunning to find so young a person have this happen to them, and especially for somebody who doesn't have any evidence of heart disease.
Robert's doctors ran a battery of tests to try to determine what had caused his cardiac arrest.
He has a very small electrical abnormality inside his heart. So we placed a small box in the heart to recognize when the heart rate is going too fast and create a shock inside the heart to reset it. It feels like a mule has kicked you inside the chest, but he's okay.
You think when you're young and, you're in shape and you're in training that nothing like this is going to happen to you, But you never know what's going to happen. You don't know how long you have.
Robert's done real good. He do realize now he can't play the sports he have played before. He's beginning to accept that now.
Probably half my life is being active. But, I've definitely had to slow it down.
1 year later, Robert returned to play again at Hoop Fest 94.
I've played volleyball and, I'm playing wheelchair basketball, but I can't overdo it. I would like to thank everybody for being there and stepping in, for a stranger that they didn't even know. There's not a lot you can really say about that, but just be appreciative about it.
When people are doing CPR, even though the person doesn't sit right up and thank them, it plays a critical role. If you know CPR, help somebody out, because there's a lot of people that know it, but there's even a fewer number of people that are willing to be the ones that initiate it.
My priorities changed a lot when I became a father 2 years ago. My kids growing up without me, I would have missed wanting to see them grow. And, the thought of that just, puts me in tears.
Oh, we gotta wait.
He's a great dad. He just is more in tune to his own life. He's very happy. He's goofy, very humorous. And loves life and loves his children.
Got you fast too? Go right behind you, okay?
I'm more focused on finishing school. No lollygagging here. I'm ready to get through this, so I'm planning on finishing up, get my teaching degree so I can teach elementary school. And also, I want to pursue my master's in child psychology. It's all for the kids, They need to see positive things that they can do with their lives. I want to be there when they start learning what life is about.
Next,